Hello, and welcome back to AntsGamingSuite. This is your host, Anthony, back with another Genshin Impact here. Today's video is going to be all about the Oceanid Elite boss here. A lot of you guys have been requesting me to do a video on here. For those of you who want to be able to fight this boss here, it is located right here above Wuwang Hill and to the east of Qingxi Village. This is where he's located. It does cost 40 raisins. For those who are looking to farm the fragments for your Ascension heroes like Mona, like Barbara, or like Qingxi, and a whole bunch of any water characters, you will need these particular orbs, which is fantastic. They come fairly easy, in which you can upgrade towards later on if you do have the lower levels at your craft store. It does drop a whole bunch of good artifacts here, but the drop rate is absolutely horrendous. You know, you got to be lucky to be able to get a really good rolling stats, and a matter of fact of the grand finale, gladiator finale actually, grand finale. What am I even talking about? But anyway, my advice for this one is to make sure you have any characters to be 40 plus here. Even if you have a little character 40 plus here, you do make sure you gotta have some food, because sometimes if you don't have a healer, that could be an issue here. For me personally, I'm going to be using Jean as my healer. My main DPS is Electro and Pyro here. My number one tip for this particular boss is to try and use Electro or Pyro. You absolutely will shred the boss here fairly quickly at a rapid rate. You can pretty much complete this boss in a couple of minutes or even a few seconds. It really depends on the attack pattern. The attack pattern for this particular boss is fairly easy. You don't have to do anything special. The only thing you have to do is be careful of the illusion that is summoned. So when you attack its illusion, you kill his illusion, you typically do damage to the boss itself here. And let's get started. Actually, I'll jump in here, get this portal started, and pretty much I'll explain to you the certain, little illusions and attack patterns that this particular boss have. So first things first, you ignore it. You don't have to attack it. It will summon these creatures like this. For me, I got the crabs. Be sure to try and avoid these, because he does shoot projectile bubbles, which does a lot of micro damage to you. So look at that, 100 per bubble hit. Ooh, ouch. These are fairly easy, but they're very annoying because they are very fast. So you gotta make sure you be dodging them at all cost here. And pretty much once you've completed the first set of water illusions summoned, you will be faced off with another set here. For me, for my instance, I did get the squirrels here. The squirrels are just a simple short range attack with a long range leap here. Nothing to worry about. As long as you dodge them, you are all in good hands. Moving on as well, you got to be careful when you fight this particular boss. At times, certain platforms will sink into the ground here, which you will lose leverage. So make sure you're not in the water when you're trying to fight these illusions. As the game continues on fighting the boss here, he will continue to summon a set of animals which do certain different damage and different attack patterns. Like this crane here, he does projectiles, and then the little chicken does an AoE similar to the slime itself, doing a body slam on you. And bam, just like that. You gotta make sure you avoid those ones. They do a lot of damage here. The cranes are fairly simple. You don't have to be worried about them too much. All their projectiles are straight in a line, and you can pretty much dodge them. So moving on here, there are other animals as well that didn't appear in this particular boss fight that I had here. One is the frog here. The frog can do a lot of water splash. It can tackle, it can bounce at you. And this is one of the creatures that do one of the highest water damage to you. So you gotta be careful with the frog. If he summons the frog, man, try and kill that thing as fast as possible, I tell you, and dodge him like no tomorrow. Another thing that's really annoying within this particular boss is the two air creatures that he does summon. First and foremost is the hawk here. The hawk does a lot of water projectiles, which is fairly annoying. I think, sorry, my bad. It should be only one projectile, which is the hawk. But if you have a range character, that'd be fairly good. If you don't have any particular range, my advice is to try and use Amber. Amber is a really good character to be using in this particular boss fight. And if you haven't already maxed her out, you can use other alternatives too. But yeah, my advice is Amber if you don't have a range. But anyway, once you've done all that, you will be able to get rewarded with the gems and the rewards and the artifacts that you've all been dying to achieve here. Congratulations if you killed the boss and use this guide for help here. But anyway, leave a comment in the section down below if you need any other tips and tricks and any other videos you want me to make. I will be down to make them. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until, peace out.